Then again, their view on mid is a little bit more difficult. It's a bit more difficult to come out of the trees on the side, as opposed for the Dire. Anywho, I'm really thinking
Void,
about this one.
Luna, Witch Doctor. They need a
I like the
frontliner.
SD. Yeah, they also need a frontliner, but SD is just such a good setup for a Void Spirit. I said it before, you don't need heals. And they go, okay, Sand King Luna.
Yep. So that's the front line that they need. One who harasses in the front. And Arteezy anti-mage by the looks of it.
Oh boy. I'm actually hoping to see that off-kilter build again. Because we were informed, in fact, that this was a build that Sparking Arrow Gaming has been using. And I would love to see Arteezy give that one a spin.
10 seconds.
So,
yep.
get
Also,
Sanjin Yasha, disassemble after the Battle Fury, of course. And go for a halberd.
There's a lot of stuns, so it's important that he's able to recover as soon as possible. Allows the anti-mage to become a more of a fightier build. And also anti-mage a hero that Arteezy can't accidentally cliff himself with. Or at least get out of there. So
this
definitely
is very important. We have seen it happen even with the Abaddon.
Even with the Abaddon. But that was the moment when that happened, I actually called it wrong. It was not a Manta dodge. It was actually the Mars with the God's Rebuke who pushed him onto the high ground, onto the side cliff of the Obs hill. So that was unfortunate. I'm just wondering, like, when does Arteezy find himself on the right side of that cliff? He's been to the middle and the left now.
You want him to see all the sights? Maybe he'll get an achievement.
Oh, that would be quite the something. Discover all the high grounds in the game.
Involuntarily.
10 seconds with the last ban. EG probably know their last pick already. They banned the Meepo.
Yeah.
Not an instant pick right after, though. So options are still open.
Meepo is a pretty killer pick in this game. Vengeful Spirit is very single target, doesn't really do anything against it. Clockwork's like an annoyance for your micro. Enchantress dies, Anti-Mage dies.
Yeah, Meepo's a hard counter. Alongside with LC, Windranger, Meepo. Well, that's basically the three main counters to AM. So Windranger just basically out-damages and destroys the AM with the Shackle Shot and the Focus Fire. Then you have LC with the duel. LC always out-damages the anti-mage in the duel, and you never want to get single target lockdown anyway.
No.
And then you have the Meepo that basically just throws nets and right-clicks you to death. EG are going to bring up the Kunkka, which they are very comfortable with going up against the high burst damage, and the best way to deal with burst damage is the run buff.
Yeah. 5 seconds. It's also... It provides a pretty solid amount of different kinds of damage. They have, like, I presume this is going to be a crit venge again, so they're going to have some range damage, they're going to have some melee. They'll deal with illusion heroes pretty well. Of course, I don't expect one to come out anymore, but it's just, you can see that they take everything into consideration in this draft. The only thing that they lack a little bit here is the magical damage. But since this side of Crazy isn't actually that tanky, it doesn't matter that much. Now here, I mean, here's where we're going to see if this Void Spirit or Sand King is perhaps going to support. I do very much like the Sand King as a core, though, as we've seen Lelis play earlier. That hero, he has so much to give if you want the other heroes on your team to be able to have some space. And especially if they are fragile damage dealers. Like, this man is going to go in, you can throw anything on top of his target, and he's happy as long as he gets to go out again.
Yeah, I'm also thinking, like, you don't want to go for a saving hero anymore. For Crazy, maybe someone to go around with the tempo if this Void ends up being a support. Maybe, I don't know if they need another stun. Well, at least a mini stun could do.
You know, I'm very glad that I didn't try to predict this one. So they have played Luna Visage before, but that was in a lineup where they also had a Beastmaster, so with extra attack speed buffs. And this is not going to be as synergistic as that draft was.
Yeah.
But Luna Visage is still a pretty strong combination, and Visage can definitely get all of those towers down.
Also, like, even if the Visage would have a rough time earlier on with Gunka, once he hits that level 6, the whole balance of power just kind of changes and shifts into Visage's benefit. So, yeah.
I was going to ask you, all right, are we saying Visage or Visage? And then you swapped.
I swapped. I'm using both. I've you know what I've always wanted to call Tidehunters ulti? Ravage. Yes.
Ravage.
The Savage Ravage, but it's too posh. It doesn't ever fit.
Yeah, and I mean, you're Finnish. It must feel weird in your mouth to pronounce things like Ravage.
Yeah, but it's a nice experience to discover different ways of talking, you know? That's the thing that we do, because this is not my native language, but I try my best anyway. But draft-wise, are we going EG? Are we going crazy? On paper?
Ooh, on paper. Like just draft versus draft here?
Yeah. Theoretical.
Theoretical. You know, fully drafts, I want to say crazy. Just because I really like Luna lineups right now, and I want this Visage to work. But if you factor in experience and player experience, then yeah, it gets a lot harder. Because I do think this anti-mage could have a pretty decent lane, and because of that, a pretty decent game as well.
Yep. Ritsu has had experience on this Luna. He's pulled out some really good games when he has his team to back him up. They tried it in game 1. They're looking for a somewhat similar of a situation where they want to secure the time and space for Ritsu. EG obviously are not going to allow that to happen. Plus, they have an anti-mage who wants to fight early. So if they do decide to go for that different anti-mage build with the halberd, then I could see that EG are active and online earlier as a 5-man versus the 4-man where they're still protecting the Luna on crazy. So it still could go either way. But if Anti-Mage does go for a fighting build, I could see EG taking this one as well and just go 2-0.
Let's see what kind of lane Kezu can pull out here. If he does well, then he's going to be able to make so much space for the side of crazy.
I mean, Kezu's played very stable. He's had good overall performances game after game. I feel like he's one of the better players in Crazy's team overall. Very, very chill, very calm, very focused player.
I think he overthinks sometimes. I think Kezu's a bit of an intellectual, you know. I think he tries to do things a little bit too prettily sometimes. But I think it's like a personal thing.
I guess I for one, I'm a person who overthinks every possible scenario always through, and none of them actually make any sense or are never gonna happen. And it doesn't even actually happen even in the game, like also outside of the game. I'm just a person who just overthinks way too much. But at least when that moment happens, then it can be a really good one, whatever it is, because you've figured out the best course of action for most things.
Some clockwork action on the bot lane.
Very limited damage. Crit can't get there. Kitrak will try to be as much of a nuisance as he can. He gets a sentry ward as well from the courier, so he can place it down. The Moon is faster than this courier, so this is a potential... Oh no, okay, never mind. He turns around. He could have maybe got the courier kill, but he turned around. Gotta protect those animals. Ritsu. Heavy amount of harass coming from Fly and Arteezy, just right-clicking away with this anti-mage played in the off lane. Still played as a carry though. And I just can't wait for Visage to also hit that level 6, because he will struggle against this Kunkka.
Yes.
But I'm not fully sure. Does his Gravekeeper Cloak's charges just diminish once one torrent hits? I'm not really sure how it interacts.
I believe so, yes.
Because that does make the Kunkka also very strong against the Visage, because you can just blow up those charges right away. But once he gets the birds, then at least you have yourself that damage output, plus the medallion up at some point. He's going to go for the Dominator, at least, as the first item for him. And also, on the terms of animals, do check out the banner on the stream's bottom end. So if you scroll down a little bit, there's the Humane Society of the United States. Want to give them a try and check out if there's anything that you can do for animal abuse and against that, to fight against that from not happening. And Ritsu, well, Luna is not very happy about this, and the Impetus Spear from Fly will be enough to get the kill. Kitrak also rotated as a mental support here into the top lane, but it's Fly and RTZ doing all the work, and they get first blood.
Yep. And I think that this is the moment where Moon Meander has to decide if he wants to come top or not, because Kitrak used his TP. They must know that. So he's stuck here. Yeah, they're actually going to use that to switch the Luna out.
Yeah, right, Kitrak gets a good amount of cogs, battery assault, doesn't get the body block, the Witch Doctor, and Fly trying to right click away. 2 more seconds, but he doesn't even need to throw the other spear. You have enough damage and slow to get the kill. Kazu, meanwhile, takes down Crit with the help of Ritsu and Moon.
That's always a good feeling on like your core teleportation, that you get to at the very least have a kill there, now that you moved into this new lane. And Kazu is actually still waiting. They're thinking that maybe they can kill him again, because that would be unexpected.
I'm not sure if they're doing a lane swap either, because now there's 4 crazy heroes. Aoi came here.
Really want Crit.
There's an Ops Ward at least. He sees Ritsu. He sees the Void somewhere around here. Waiting for the wave. Like, can I last hit this? Nope, can't get to it. Moon's TPing out now. And Kezu's been revealed too, so that's a lot of time spent not getting anything there. Then again, nothing else is happening on any lane at the moment.
Yep, and the lane was pushed out on top as well, so it's Kezu is going to miss one wave here, but sometimes you gotta do that in order to get an opportunity to get your carry a really good lane. Because if Crit dies again there and has to perform the Walk of Shame, that's no good. And Bryle?
Well, the rotation's there at the same time, so EG are getting the best out of this. All that time in bottom knowing that we can't really kill this Kunkka. He's already picked up a bracer. He's 1100 HP at level 5. Ridiculous amount of HP. 3.8 strength gain as well on top. And couriers are dying. Fly snipes Kezu's and Moon's couriers on the way.
Nice.
And make it a third, but that's Kezu this time. Meanwhile, Aoi in trouble in the bot lane. Maledict is out, but it's not going to do any damage because he didn't get any damage off either. Kitrak and Crit.
They got Bryle again.
Oh no. They only just came back to lane. Possible walk of shame ahead as Visage dies. Bryle is going to have to walk all the way to mid, so Moon is taking over the XP here. But that Tidebringer just almost took half of your HP. That DD Kunkka. He doesn't have his X mark, but if he plans his Torrent on his boat, he does. And he gets it.
Solid job. Ryoya is going to own this game. This is such a good start, and there's not really enough damage on the side of Crazy to deal with him in the first place. So he's going to be alive in the center of these teamfights for a long time. Especially with a start like this.
They even used the smoke on the Visage to get faster towards that mid lane. Kitrak bullying Ritsu for a bit, but Ritsu does get his items off the courier. Kezu will go down to Fly at the same time. And now looking, can Ritsu actually survive this one? Moon is coming to the rescue. Lucent Beam will connect. The battery assault is down. And Kitrak trying to move away to safety. Taunt. Not on the spot though, at least blocking some movement, but it's a very long cooldown, and Kitrak, his salve will be broken too. Still buying space. Crit coming in as well. Wants to look for Ritsu. Stuns up the Void Spirit though, and they might actually just go for the Void kill here to simulate away. The taunt onto the Vengeful Spirit, and now Aoi is here as well, so he will heal up his friends.
So much time wasted for Ritsu. That's all time that he couldn't get to spend hitting creeps, and in the meantime, RTZ has just been grabbing himself wave out.
And now they're going straight at the Vengeful Spirit. So Crit in trouble. Stuns are coming out. The Maledict's there as well. The right-click damage. Ritsu dropping very low too, but Crit falls first. And can they kill off this Clockwork before the Luna does? I think they will be able to take him down. The Venge Spirit is there though. The illusion is killing off Luna, and they will take it.
he might
Ritsu and Moon both die. Maybe another one. He pops. Yeah, he pops his mango, so he gets either more healing or is able to throw the cask.
And Rick will keep on last hitting right up until he respawns. It feels so good playing Venge.
Ryle also in trouble under the tower.
He's so close to his 6. He needs this creep.
Yeah, and you could see that Ryoya just wanted to glyph the creep wave so he wouldn't be able to get it. But level 6 is
denied there. I think Brawl has to wait for the next wave.
Yeah. Oh, X-Mark. Both. Combo's there. Fly coming in with the damage as well. Brawl. No help from anyone. Just sacrificed the Visage. And EG are rocking every single lane right now. 10-4. 4,000 gold advantage. 4,000 gold, Kips. We're not even done with the laning stage.
At least they didn't win every single lane this time, but Brawl got dumpstered so hard he might as well be a support right now.
Yeah.
So they have to park Kezu under the mid tower right now in hopes of not losing it to the next fly rotation, but no, Brawl's coming back here. Keep your TPs ready, boys, because on the next rotation you're going to lose your tower. They're going to do it at the catapult wave.
Really wants to get that Dominator finished too. 1,000 gold away from getting it.
Well, at the very least, that means that the Luna is most likely going to go for a different item build than the Dominator.
You have the Battle Fury almost halfway on the Anti-Mage as well. Already this early into the game tells how much of a free game he's had so far. SK unable to contest him as well. Moon, risky spot to be in. Swap will go out from crit. The stun as well, and Moon, no defensive capability left. Throws out the Remnant, but he's already dead before it actually collapses. And then we have the swap coming in from crit as well. And Aoi, there's a Maledict ticking on this Vengeful Spirit. But it's not going to be enough for a kill. One more tick would have been needed for this Venge to die.
At the very least, Ritsu gets to hit some creeps right now, but he is constantly under contest. And yeah, right now, Crazy basically chooses to do that because that means that the Sand King got some much needed time on top. He's coming over now. He doesn't have an epicenter yet.
Ryoya's also getting harassed a bit by Brawl, but not by enough. Aoi, Ritsu finding crit, raindrops, still 2 more charges remaining, can tank 2 more Lucent Beams. Kezu is also around, we might get a fight breaking loose here, but they've been scouted out by this Ops Ward. So they see all the movements Crazy are doing, and Ryoya's coming here, he's prepared for this battle. He's just standing still, he was looking somewhere else at the same time. He's actually going to sack the Clockwork's life here. We'll take the kill on Kezu, and we'll take the outpost back.
Well, at the very least, Moomiander did the same on top.
Not sure if he was what he was looking at there for a moment. He might have, if he got his full combo out, might have actually allowed his Clockwork to stay alive, at least for the kill. But they're going to find out we get the stun, the Torrent into the air, and Tidebringer and just destroys this Witch Doctor.
Splat.
Splat indeed.
And it feels so clinical. It's very hard for me to get excited about anything that EG is doing right now, because it's just this move, then this move, then this move, and it's all very clean. They're making very neat cuts right now.
Yep, and they're smoking. This is, I could almost say this is somewhat of a textbook perfect Dota. Kitrak goes for the hook shot onto Ritsu. The stun is available on crit, and Ritsu, no Eclipse, no nothing. He's farming, he's got a farming build going on, which he needs to have, but there's no way to turn around against this Clockwork and Venge. So this Luna has been punished once again. 3 deaths. And RTZ's just been farming.
Yeah, like, the Luna wants a Mask of Madness in order to keep up with the Anti-Mage, but unlike a Battle Fury, there is some pretty serious drawbacks to the Mask of Madness, and it's going to probably cost him.
Aoi and Moon can't even kill this Enchantress in this bottom lane. Like, he's 1 versus 2, driving these guys out of his own lane. This is how absurd this situation has turned into, and Kezu goes down in the top lane while the rest of them are making moves. Crit, low on HP, Anti-Mage maybe in a bit of trouble, but Moon's not got the damage to fight against him. No Mana Void available. They will take down the tower. Kitrak is right next to him as well. Hookshot available in 2 seconds. If he just fills up the mana, he will use up the Battery Assault, and Arteezy goes for a double kill. This just tells how abysmal this situation is for Crazy, that they can't even stay in lane 2 versus 1 against a support Enchantress. And they're losing heroes on the other lane. And now Bryle just walks into the straight combo from Ryoya, but he won't be able to throw his full combination at the Visage. I actually just looked at he's not losing Gravekeeper cloak charges from the Torrent.
Okay. I was wondering about that. Sometimes my individual mechanics are just a little bit rusty. Good to know.
I'm not sure. I mean, I haven't seen Visage in such a long time, and I really never fully understood about how Visage fully works. Is it physical or actually magical damage, or is it both? But now again, Waste Doctor ulti will be comboed out. The Maledict is ticking, but he gets the both buff. So the Rum is there to reduce the Maledict ticks that are kicking in. So Kitrak already finished off 1 kill. Crazy trying to defend this mid tower up.
Very surprised to see RTZ coming in there, actually. I don't think that was necessary in any way at all, unless they 5-man, but Ritsu is still on that bottom lane. He's currently getting pushed off the tower by a Wild Wing Ripper.
They're holding up against Kezu on the high ground. Moon right next to him. Kitrak's not feeling any pressure on this support Clockwork. 7 kills and 2 deaths, 5 assists on this guy. Is in part of 12 out of the 17 kills from EG.
He's playing out of his mind. Yeah, Ryoya's got a halberd finished. This is huge against Luna.
Yep, and we have the Battle Fury now up on the Anti-Mage. 13 minutes in. There's also a chase happening in the Dire Triangle. Now he finds the first stun. Kitrak. Oh, yes, he found the enemy. Slight relief for Crazy.
That's 5 people. It's just straight up 5 heroes, all in the triangle, for a Clockwork kill.
It wasn't even the 15-minute bounty contest.
Yeah, they haven't pushed any towers yet either. At the very least, they haven't lost their mid yet. But that's only a matter of time.
Now the situation might be changing soon. Depending how well EG is going to hold on to the control around the map. Because they are now pushing towards mid to take down this weakened tier 2 tower. 500 HP on it. Kezu, 1000 gold away from his blink.
That's just
go
not
for the Sandstorm. That tower's already down. Kitrak also puts down a sentry ward. Moonmeander has been caught in the X mark, but this Dissimulate actually buys him enough time. The Eclipse coming in as well from the Luna. They will take down the Clockwork, maybe. There we go. Aoi also in trouble. Ritsu gonna get hit by the boat as well, and Kezu goes for the epicenter, but it gets interrupted by Crit with a stun. And 2 heroes down. Make it a 3rd one as well. Crazy will lose 3 heroes. And EG are looking very comfortable at a 2-0. No chance for Crazy to do any moves around the map. They've only taken one tower down in the bot lane. And Crit, well, he is tanking Bryle all the way. Bryle does find a free kill for himself, and now Moon walks into Fly. Luna's up in 3 seconds. Sun King also up in 5. Void does get rooted up by the Ancient Prowlers. There comes the Coconut. Gonna hit the Avenge Illusion and back and forth, and Enchantress will fall. 2 response kills for Crazy, but they need to get some core kills soon. They can't just live on supports dying.
No, especially not because they're not getting any terrain out of it. At the very least, the bottom tower finally fell, so there's a little bit of space for the creep waves to move on bot side. Kezu's gonna park himself under this top tower until he's got his blink, and then maybe with that dynamic, they can keep the heat off of Ritsu for a while.
Yeah.
Because he does have that Mask of Madness. He is going to farm very fast, but he's going to have to farm very fast for a very long time in order to get up to RTZ. Who is, by the way, going the fighting mage build.
Yes, that's what I was just about to bring up. Sanj and Yasha into the dismantle to go to the halberd, and then the Manta style after that one. So it's just a change in the item build order, plus having the halberd as an extra on top to give that extra tankiness and fightiness. Clockwork will fall in the bot lane. Moon and Bryle will find themselves that pick off at least, so they've found a way to kill the supports at least. Kezu taking a lot of damage from RTZ. Just pushing out this wave.
They're going to trade farm up there for a while. The fights are all going to be bought.
Yep. Fly also... What? Fly enchant stole the creep. Hellbear has 2,700 HP. Wow. Okay.
That's
all right.
a chonker.
That's a really big guy. That's like a 3k unit for what, almost 2 minutes that you can just basically throw around behind towers. Tank, give vision. 17 minutes in the game. Oh my god, that's so much HP.
I like that you call him a unit because that's exactly the right term. An absolute
unit. Kitrak's gonna be in for a very ill welcome here from Crazy. Then we'll get the stun from KheZu. Maledict follow-up casket. And the damage should be there. Arteezy, however, looking for a response. The hookshot stun does go out, even though the hero does die before actually flinging himself into the battle. So that stun allows Arteezy to throw in the Mana Void to get 1 kill. Also very close to finishing off the Sanjin Yasha. Now he's got the money for it.
Link on KheZu though. They can make some things happen with this. Archer needs to be a little bit careful.
He's baiting. He's baiting for the rest of the team is coming now. Konka's coming up. KheZu goes for the stun, but gotta be careful. This is Sentry on the ground. They see KheZu. They're gonna go straight for him. They just wanted the attention from Moon, and now they will trade away KheZu.
Yeah, Ritsu says I'm out, boys. This was not a fight he wanted to take at all.
So wait, so we're talking about the Visage's Dominator creeps having 1500 HP. Now the Hellbear is gone. They now have a Centaur Courser that has 2.7k HP because the Enchantress stole the Dominator creep. I'm sorry that this is new information for me at least, but that's just an absurd amount of HP.
In the past, you could actually with steals make it even better or worse.
Oh, Wolf. That's an easy kill. They don't even need to get the full combo out with the X mark. Moon waiting on the low ground. Bryle is a target that they might go for. DD, Rune Anti-Mage, hookshot coming in, and look at that damage chewing through that armor and just slapping away. Visage will go down. Double kill for Arteezy. 24 and 11 on the scoreboard. 13,000 gold for EG. And almost the same amount of experience in their favor. Now that they also have the Aegis.
In the past, you could keep stealing creeps back and forth with Chen and Ench to make some real monsters. I don't think that you get the stacking health bonuses again anymore. They patched that out.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
The stacking HP could be insane. Ritsu's trying to get his Eclipse off. Kitrak just walks out and walks back in. Even the friendly tip. Even the friendly tip for Ritsu. That was a valiant effort, but you didn't get anything out of it. They find the carry kill. They're just killing Crazy all over the map. Whatever they can find, wherever they want to go. They're a bit spreaded right now. And Arteezy with Fly. Maybe a bit overzealous and ambitious, but they do have the Aegis, and they're actually forcing Crazy away. Owie. Right next to Moon. Just right-clicking him to death. Mana Void is still up. Halberd is also available. Goes for Moon Meander. Drops out his mana pool very low. 600 mana. So it's not going to be the biggest Mana Void if he uses it. He tries to, but KheZu goes for the stun. And KheZu with that move, he costs with his life.
These are desperation.
And straight to Bryle.
Oh no.
He drops some new birds, more mini stuns available. Aegis might pop, but the boat comes in, and also the hook shot from Kitrak. And Ritsu held under the tower, disarmed, and disarmed for such a long time that he can't do anything in here. The Luna will fall. Double halberds. The AM and the Kunkka. Luna can get 0 right clicks out. Ryoya might die. The rum debuff, the rum buff is now out, and 1 Maledict or 2 Maledicts will kick in. So Bryle will get the kill on the Kunkka. 600 gold for him. Wicked 6 streak is now cut away. Top tower falls.
Has something sort of like Justice. E.g. we're diving to tier 3 there with the tier 2 still up. But yeah, Ritsu doesn't get to play this game. Bryle, I think he's been playing really well for how absolutely garbage his laning stage was, and I'm not saying this like he made it that way, but like just EG stuffed him in the locker over and over again.
Yeah, you mean yeah, Brawl, yeah. Just a casual support kill here once again. RTZ, is he going to chase Moon? Moon goes for the dissimulate, and RTZ jumps on the high ground to follow with the chase, but will get taunted up by the Remnant. 1 more second for the blink. Reads where Moon is going. Moon will have to pop an ulti charge to make his way back to safety. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Ritsu has been found, and backup is on its way.
No.
Kitrak pops the cogs to push Ritsu away a little bit, but he's got no TP. There's no teleport scroll on this Luna. They're making his life a living hell. And they find him, and they get the damage output. Ritsu will go down for the 7th time this game, and RTZ still 0 deaths. 8-0-7. The carry player comparison seems very one-sided in this match as well, and EG just outperforming Crazy in every way.
I mean, RTZ could have probably built a Blink Dagger Take in this game and still done decently well. His team has been only
just
so
going
hard.
between 3 heroes, doesn't care. He just doesn't care. Nice hook shot from Kitrak, catching 2. He's got Kazu, he's got Aoi. Kazu now getting right clicked up and getting damage to death. Double kill for RTZ once again. He breaks the beyond godlike spree part as well, and they tap out. Crazy, they're out of the tournament, and EG will continue towards the battle for the top 3 and a potential chance. It's still going to the grand finals after dropping from the upper bracket to the lower bracket. It is our EG going to top 3.
They're praising the the Chinese anti-mage build.
Yes, they are. They're giving it all the respects. They are throwing in GGs, but they're still not giving up this game. So, I mean, I guess they could have just let it go already. As you can see, like, there's some miscommunication going on a bit. They're still chasing this Visage, and so many GG well-played calls are coming in. Ritsu still in, tries to get his Eclipse off. And there we have it. The Ancients finally down, and EG, they style their way for 2-0 victory.
Smooth sailing. It again feels like there's so little to say about this game because Evil Geniuses just absolutely crushes it from the laning stage onwards. They have very crisp rotations. They got a lot of confidence, especially in Kitrak. Like, just the locations where he chooses to go, the way that he anticipates the movements on the other side is just really nice to watch. And yeah, there's no way for Crazy to get any momentum going in this game whatsoever.
It's very true. Like, of course, it's sometimes difficult to like feel and express how excited you are when it's just so one-sided. Like, it's almost like a stomp, but it's not exactly a stomp, but it's still very one-sided. So you're just feeling like we only see EG making plays, and we just don't get to witness what Crazy could definitely pull out and what they can show, because they already dropped out one of the top 4 contenders yesterday in their match against Business Associates, and it looked really good from there, but they didn't have the mood, they didn't have the feel today, and well, it just felt like they were a bit how do you say it, in disarray, bit of miscommunication every here and there. They were outplayed by 2 very, I would almost say, semi-unique type of EG drafts. The way EG played it out, like we had the global presence in game 1 with the NP and the Zeus, and I like to see that, and the way they played around it with all their supports and semi-supports and semi-cores with all the stuns, and allowed them to fight through that. And this one was just basic AM game where you have the AM uncontested. You know he's going to carry the game, but they couldn't fight the 4 heroes either. They could only kill Kitrak as the +4 clockwork, but that was his job. Get the info. If I die, my team will redeem and revenge me.
And he did that very well. So yeah, good luck on for EG on their lower bracket run. I've heard they're pretty good at those.
They're quite the team to pull it off. We're going to close it for today. Thank you for everybody who've been tuning in. And I want to tell you guys, don't miss tomorrow. It is the grand finals day. We have the lower bracket finals between 4 Zoomers and EG. The rematch from the upper bracket where 4 Zoomers beat EG 2-1. And we get them facing up against each other's once again for a spot in the grand finals against Quincy Crew, who already won their series earlier on today. Both series 2-0. Radiant 100% win rate on all the games here today. Thank you for tuning in. It's T-Panda and Kips. Kips, you got any last words?
Do definitely come back for that 4 Zoomers versus EG game, because that series was wild the last time, and I'm so hyped we're going to get to see that again.
Yep. We'll see you guys tomorrow. So take care. Have a good night. Have a good evening, and we'll see you tomorrow.